In a remote mountainous village, surrounded by dense jungles, lived a mother and her young son. They resided in a humble cottage, relying on the food they grew on terraced fields or gathered from the jungle. Their life was hard, but filled with love. One day, as they were returning home from the jungle with a basket full of wild fruits and herbs, the mother was bitten by a venomous insect. By the time they reached their cottage, she was shivering with fever. The boy, though young and inexperienced, did his best to care for her. He boiled water and stayed by her side, his heart heavy with worry. Through the night, the mother's condition worsened. She realized her time was short and called her son to her bedside. "My dear, you must go to the village downhill and bring help. I may not survive, but you must. There is food in the kitchen, enough to last you a month. Inside the drum, you'll find fermented bamboo shoots and dry fish." The boy, not fully understanding the gravity of her words, nodded. At dawn, he hurried downhill and fetched some villagers. They followed him back to the cottage, but it was too late. The mother had passed away. The boy cried bitterly, clinging to her still form. The villagers helped with the funeral rituals, but by evening they had all left, leaving the boy alone. That night, the boy cried himself to sleep, feeling the crushing weight of loneliness. The next day, he remembered his mother's words and found the food she had mentioned. For days, he survived on the wild sweet potatoes and bamboo shoots, but he was too young to forage for more food, as his mother had done. One evening, as he lay half asleep, he heard footsteps outside the cottage. He called out, "Who is it?" To his astonishment, he heard his mother's voice replying, "It is me, your mother. I've come to see you." The boy rushed to the door, but it was locked from the outside. "Why is the door locked?" he asked. "I've come from the afterlife to see you," his mother replied. "But you must not see me in my current form. Tie a cloth over your eyes, and I will come in." The boy did as he was told. He felt his mother's presence and touched her. Her form was different, not human. She explained that when spirits return from the afterlife, they cannot take their original form and must appear differently. She had come as a pig, a shape dictated by the laws of nature and the gods. Despite her strange form, the boy was overjoyed to be with his mother. They spent the night talking and playing, and he fell asleep, comforted by her presence. This continued for several nights. Each time, he blindfolded himself, and his mother visited him, filling his lonely nights with warmth. One night, the boy expressed his desire to join his mother in the afterlife. She warned him that it was dangerous and against the natural order, but he insisted. Finally, she agreed, but only for one visit. The next night, the mother arrived, and the boy blindfolded himself and climbed onto her back. As they journeyed to the afterlife, the mother warned him not to open his eyes, no matter what. The path was perilous, filled with supernatural dangers. But the boy, curious and unable to resist, opened his eyes. A blinding light engulfed him, and he fainted. When he awoke, he found himself in a small cottage by a river. A woman was cooking nearby. It was his mother, in her true form. "I told you not to open your eyes," she said gently. "Now you are stuck here in the afterlife with me." For the boy, it didn't matter. He was with his mother again. In some cultures and tribes, it is believed that after the demise of parents, their spirits may try to take their children along. This story serves as a reminder of the deep bond between a mother and her child, a bond that transcends even death.